We are live.
Raven, the GS, Joe, 1/3 of the tribe.
Sam, the legend behind the technique. We are live, guys. It's the Black Panther spoiler review. It's about to go off.
I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
I'm Raven, your GS. He loves doing that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Blitz. Too.
Now, guys, listen. Disclaimer. This is a spoilers review. So, if you have not watched Black Panther, if you have not watched the movie, and you don't want to be spoiled, you have 5 seconds to leave, or to watch the, to click, put this video on, watch later, and then come back. Yeah? I'm going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Andy Serkis dies.
I told you it was gonna come through. Yeah.
You've been warned. Like,
Michael B. Jordan dies.
okay.
Does he?
Does he?
Does he?
Alright, cool. Then listen. Sorry, enough of the fun and games, guys. I'm sorry, but I have to spoil things. You got to start off a spoiler review the right way.
That's right.
Spoil everything. Luke dies.
This is the wrong.
I know you're gonna get someone.
I know.
But Luke is on the. He's moving. He's in the movie.
I didn't even watch episode 8. Alright, listen.
No,
Let's-
but he's in the movie though.
Let's.
Sebastian Stan.
The forces.
The Force, yeah.
Alright, so this is the spoiler review for Black Panther. So let's just start at the top, man. We're gonna break this down into sections. Firstly, let's just talk about let's talk about the direction and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Let's talk
yeah.
about, so right now we're gonna talk about like the director, Ryan Coogler, cinematography, that kind of sound, all of that. Like, who wants to start?
I guess I'll have a crack at it.
When I said who wants to start, I meant Raven, you're starting. So I feel like we both looked at you. You was the only one who didn't know.
I'm focused on the audience.
Do your thing.
Direction. This guy, Ryan Coogler, like, is a very special being because the way he has taken this movie and delivered to us in a manner where, one, we can relate to. Like, there is no other way to put it. I mean, guys, the movie's called Black Panther, like, set in Africa. Like, it's unapologetic, like, really, like, everything, like, direction of the movie, the way, like, it's been shown to us so colourful, the cinematography, like, I don't know, like, I think I'm saying a lot, but not saying as much as I want to say, because, like, I'm still on a high. Like, when I come to think about the movie right now, like, I just felt like I was at home. Like, you know, when you just jump on the plane, you go home, like, you're just there. Like, the jokes were there, like, that we could so correlate. Like, you know, when your aunt comes through and you know, you have that little banter. But the movie itself is just it's unbelievable. So
Let me jump on the back of that. Like, I like what you said about Ryan Coogler being unapologetic and being a special guy, because Ryan Coogler, in all 3 of his movies, yeah, Fruitvale Station, Creed, and this, he knows how to connect with an audience, yeah, with a specific audience, yeah. So, like, but outside of that, he can also connect to, like, a wider audience. You know what I'm saying? And it's magical to me that how he does that. Like, I think like obviously, like, black people or ethnic people, African Americans, whatever your craze read or whatever, like, will watch this movie and feel like, oh yeah, like, this is all about me, like, this represents who I am. But I also think other cultures who aren't, like, of the African descent can still watch this and be like, bro, I just learned a lot about what like, people of African descent celebrate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think one thing about this movie which is mad is, like, everything that, like lots of things of African culture is celebrated in this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even, like, stuff like the dress sense, Do you know what I'm saying? The outfits in this movie are sick. They are sick, and
I
it's
want to
like,
get my piece, bro.
and it's
I wanna
like,
get my piece.
you get me? It's making me want to go out and buy some new things. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's like they celebrate that in the movie. The music, they celebrate that in the music. Dancing, celebrated in the movie. In the movie, like even just like the way we talk, the way we act. Do you know what I'm saying? And not just in Africa, but like even the scenes where they're in America. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's directed, and it's just like raw. Like I can connect with that scene there, and I just think direction wise, it's mad.
Let me just jump in on when you was talking about the sound, and the way it's portrayed. I had the sense of feeling, especially when what's his name, character. I'm forgetting his name, but it will come back to me. I think there was like a lot of reference of Lion King, like Rafiki. You guys know Rafiki?
Yeah. We know
the
who
monkey
Rafiki is, bro.
Like,
come on, G.
so like
Forrest Whitaker's character.
Yeah, that's it. Forrest Whitaker's character. Like so. At the ritual parts, it felt very, very like, especially with the sound in the background, it felt very, very Lion King. So
majestic is the word you're looking for.
Or that.
Majestic.
All right, but it was very, very similar to it. So I would not be surprised if they went back to a Lion King and got a piece and just put in this movie, because it just felt just like it. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's me, or like love Lion King, but it just felt so Lion King to me, especially when he meets Simba for the first time. Yeah, that sound in the back, like it's just it's mad.
Like for me, I can't imagine one part in the movie where nothing felt out of place. Like the pacing of the movie was, well, for me it was kind of slow at the beginning, like you said, it was explaining a lot, the story was unfolding, and it just like went from 60 to 100 and just put his foot down. And you like, even though the movie was, I don't know how long the movie was, I'd say 2020, roughly around that.
It felt like I was watching that forever, by the way.
But then
like,
it didn't feel like you didn't want it to end.
Yeah, it felt like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want it to end. Like, I just wanted to keep watching
how's
it.
this all gonna come to an equilibrium? But the way everything just came, like the pieces just fit so wonderfully. Like I said, the colours. It wasn't like a very dark movie, but the tone of it was always right.
It was always right. Like,
always right.
Even going back to the ancestors, like I love how they because obviously it's Africa, and I love the animal reference and the whole connection with it. Like there's that scene when the panthers are on the tree, and then when it pounces down, and when the camera pans back in because it's getting up, it's the dad. That shot is amazing. Like that sort of just the way they wanted to show things with humans connecting to the animals. Obviously you have the tribe as well, where it's more like the monkey, and then they have that, we're not carnivores, we're actually vegetarians, because actually what gorillas do, they eat, majority of their diet is fruits and plants. You know what I'm saying? Like just stuff like that. It's just beautiful. Like it just shows that there's a lot of work and thought put into this movie.
Yeah, man, it's sick because like you're talking about the color of in the spirit when they go into the spirit world.
Yeah.
But there's a line like I like when Michael B. Jordan says to Chadwick Boseman, "My dad said that this was the most beautiful place ever." And throughout the whole movie, every shot they show of Wakanda, it's just mad. Like it's like, I don't really use the word beautiful, but it is actually like it's beautiful. Like they show mad sunsets, even when like they're in like the spirit realm or whatever. Like the sky in the background, like it's purples and it's blues and it's all mixed together. It's like during the movie I'm watching, I'm like, wow, this looks like so like color wise Guardians of the Galaxy, but it also fits so well into what they're doing, because people, they've got dashikis on, the dashikis are mad colours, 6 colours here, 7 colours there, but the world is that. Do you know what I'm saying? That world of Wakanda is that, bro. So it's mad, because it's crazy because like, when they leave Wakanda, you see how dull everything else is. Like America's just like, oh, these people are wearing black, someone over there is wearing red. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's very like toned down. Then you go back to Wakanda, you're like, bro, it's so vibrant here, like so full of life, bro. It's mad, bro.
Now, speaking of the world of Wakanda, it's so amazing how they mixed technology and nature.
Mm-hmm.
That part, like whenever you see the city, you look at a building, you might like just have like a normal, like, you know, like a sick building, like it's a building in Dubai, but then you have like a tree hut, you know what I'm saying, like on the side of it, almost like a balcony, like so sick. And then you just have like, you know, I don't know if you guys been to Africa, but if you go to the market, you know, it's just, you know, like a street market, everything. But then you have like almost like a tram going through, like so sick.
Yeah, but it's the thing is, it's like they didn't try and make it like, oh, Wakanda's full of technology, but it's like New York, like it's totally different. It's Africa with mad technology,
right?
Everything is the same, but they've got mad technology. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so I thought that was nang. Like, do you know what I'm saying? That's just the way they pepper that into the thing.
Let me tell you something, yeah. Holidays to Africa is about to peak. So us man that usually go back home, it's peak for us because them tickets price is about to go up. Everybody gonna want to go back to Africa.
I bet you that someone is out there Google searching tickets to Wakanda right now.
Let me go to Nigeria today.
No, man, they're gonna try and go to Wakanda thinking it's a real place, fam. I'm telling you, fam.
But at least they'll, you know, they see Nigeria on the screen, so at least, you know.
I'm glad you mentioned that one place.
Like, like tourism in Nigeria is about to rock up.
Alright, cool. Let's move away from that. Alright, let's just talk about story stuff, innit? Like, what parts of the story did you think were sick, or like just anything in the story?
What I love the most, it kind of ties into the cast though, because you see Chadwick Boseman obviously be friends with, I can't remember the guy's name is, but he's like Daniel, the British African dude.
Oh, the guy from
Get Out.
Get Out.
Yeah. Okay.
So like they're friends, kind of thing. Obviously, he's got not love interest, but obviously he's got a relationship with like his, I can't remember
the general of the
Sure, yeah.
So it kind of the way obviously he wanted Claw to pay for his kind of crimes, and the way obviously Killmonger was able to do that, and the way everyone's relationship just turned on its head. I was not expecting that kind of thing to happen, and I think that's just amazing how they even go back to, I forgot that guy's name as well, the gorilla kind of dude. He's not really a villain,
from what tribe is it? Okay, I know what you're talking about, guys.
So at the beginning he was kind of like, not a villain, but he was kind of against Black Panther. But at the end, he's the one helping Black Panther. The people that are helping Black Panther at the beginning are the ones that are against him. The way told, I can't.
Go on. No, what I was gonna say with that is that it just shows that everybody has the best interest for Wakanda, but people have different views on how to deal with things. And as soon as the king is murdered, now that also fuels even more why they feel that way about the external world. So obviously now it's almost like, you know when like you're new at a place and people want to test you, like people were pushing, the child, like, do this, do that sort of thing, and because obviously like he's not the king, like he's a new king, so he's like, okay, you need to do it this way, no, you need to do this way, you know what I mean? Like even when he's sitting at the council and he's trying to lead the mission and it's like, we don't need to worry right now, like we need a king, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's everybody's on a new place. Before everybody felt some type of way, but you still had the king. Now you don't have the king has been murdered on foreign country, you know what I'm saying? Like, so under the Black Panther's watch. So now that just fuels people even more to, follow their pathway, how they felt. Which just makes the movie even better. Like it's almost like there is no right, there is no wrong. People are just in specific place physically and emotionally. And that's where the story goes.
See, and what is mad about this is because I said in the non-spoilers review, like I think like story-wise, this is like one of the best stories since Civil War. Yeah, but like I think like Ryan Coogler did the same thing that the Russo brothers did in Civil War, as they've got 6, 7 characters, and they all have an arc in this movie.
Right.
Like the guy you're talking about from Get Out, him and T'Challa, I can imagine when T'Chaka was king, them two best friends, never had an issue with anything, yeah? But like there's this one thing burning in him that this guy Claw blew up some of his mans or his boys or someone he's related to or something. They never tell us in the movie.
To his parents.
His parents. Did they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I must have missed that. So I love that's there, and he's like trying to squeeze his agenda in. Like, listen, bruv, I'm gonna back you, whatever. Yeah, but you got to take man out.
Yeah.
You got to take out Claw, or you got to bring him
Or
back
you gotta
here,
bring him
so
home,
I can
so
take
I
him
can
out.
take him
Do
out.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and as soon as like that's not that agenda seems to be, oh, I'm gonna have to wait around another 30 years for this. His allegiance is done, bro, and it's not. It's, and the thing is, it's mad because it's not personal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, it's personal to him, but it's not like a personal attack on Chadwick Boseman on T'Challa, innit, bro? That's mad. But then I also love how they just weave the whole thing. How what's his name? Michael B. Killmonger is like, bruv, man has every right to the throne that T'Challa has, fam. And no one can tell him nothing. And that is what I love about the Dharma Milaje's choice to, I am defending the king. When they said that, I just fell deeper in love with this movie. Because I'm like, that's what you lot are supposed to do.
Yep.
My man's come here, he's rightfully the king. Even what he's preaching about, we've got technology, we should be helping these people, helping our people, blah, blah. I think 20 minutes, 30 minutes into the movie, I was on his side. I think even when he gets killed at the end, I was thinking, whose side am I on? But then what I clocked was, which is one thing that is so nice, I don't even think there's ever been done in a movie before, yeah? The villain has an idea, a plan. This is what I want to do. The good guy is the opposite of that, yeah? At the end of this movie, the good guy is going to do what the villain wanted to do in the beginning. When they got there, this is why I say Ryan Coogler is on a mad thing, bruv. Because when I said this, I'm like, in my head, I was looking around like, is no one else seeing what is going on right now? The villain said, well, I want to help our people, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay. So, but why at the end of the movie is the good guy saying the exact same thing that the bad guy was saying? And I love Chadwick. Listen, I can go about this. I love Chadwick Boseman's arc of, Dad, I don't know who I am. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm prepared. Man, Dad tells him this might be the best advice I've ever heard in my life, fam. Like, you're a good person, so it's gonna be hard for you to be a king. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man tells him straight up, and it's like, that's what I feel like he learned from the villain, fam. And it's like, bro, I feel bad calling Michael B. Jordan's character a villain. Do you know what I'm saying? I will call him a villain because some of the things he's done was fueled from the wrong thing. It was fueled from hate. Do you know what I'm saying? But what he wanted was fueled, I think, from a good place. Do you know what I'm saying? But he was tapping into too much rage instead of the positivity that he could have been doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
What I gotta say about that is that he's a villain, but the king was also a villain.
But everyone, listen.
So
everyone,
the wrongdoings breeded that villain in him. So it goes both ways. He's just ended up being more extreme about it, but only to go back and redo the wrongs of what's been done in the past. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, T'Chaka killed his dad, and then he's in a world where he's seeing his own people, like in the ghetto, in the ends in the US, being murdered. Obviously, he's a very bright guy, you know, graduates from MIT, goes on missions, and he's like, okay, I have this vision, I'm gonna do all these bad things only to get to where I'm at, so now I can help my people out. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, you know, I'm doing evil, but it's lesser than what you're doing, because you, by doing nothing, we're dying over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Raven's preaching.
I gotta come through, kill my own people, like with the US emblem on my arm, just so I can come through, take your throne, throw you out the cliff. Yeah, he did that, and I lost my mind. Then he can now have his own army and, you know, take over the world. it's a madness.
Yeah, bro. Like the thing is, it's like obviously, man's doing a spoiler review of the watching it one time, and usually we'd watch it twice or 3 times before we bust a spoiler review. But we're watching the movie like 5, 6, 7, 8 days before it comes out, so you have to bring it to you. So it's just, bro, it's just mad to me. Like this story here, I'm telling you, it's up there. Like I love this story, fam. Even the parts, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about T'Chaka, like T'Challa's dad, yeah, because it's interesting. Like usually, you know, in movies they will show you a character, and then that character dies, and then in the next movie they'll show you, oh, that character wasn't the person who you thought he was. I don't think they did that in this. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we never knew much about Black Panther's dad. We just knew, you're Black Panther's dad. We didn't know, realistically, we didn't know if he was good, we didn't know if he was bad, we just knew he was Chadwick Boseman's dad. And then to find out, yeah, that like, he killed his own brother to save one of the guys he sent in to be a spy. Like, I don't know how I felt about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, mate, actually, because I've got brothers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in that scenario, I felt like he didn't have to do that.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do we know? But that's the thing.
They showed the scene.
Yeah, they showed the scene, but
it wasn't a Luke Skywalker thing where there's 3 different versions.
No. What I was gonna say was, do we know why he planted a?
Yeah, we do. They say in the movie. So they send out T'Challa's brother to be a war dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? To just see what's going on in the world, blah 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 blah. So obviously, I think that they knew some dodginess was going on. But then also, if you're the king, you're sending out your little brother to go and be a spy. Wouldn't you just go send someone to watch man's back?
Right.
See what man's doing.
So
and that's what he did.
He sent a spy to watch a spy.
So I was going to say, was the spy actually a spy, or was he actually being his back, but then he found out this is the guy that's actually portraying Wakanda?
See, the thing is, I think it's both. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, for him to kill his brother, he cared about the dude he sent. Do you know what I'm saying? You've sent your boy, like one of your boys, to go look after your brother. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you find out your brother's doing crud and scummy stuff, bruv, endangering the country that you've been protecting for 30 years. You're the Black Panther of and the king of, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? See, when I say it like that, maybe it does make sense that he murdered them, fam.
I say, because man sent in Claw, gave him the way to get the
blew up the people,
the materials and everything. Exactly. Man was about to even start selling it outside of the country.
Yeah, but see, what he did was worth killing him over. But I think my issue was that he had gone there and told him, pack up your stuff, come back to Wakanda and let these men deal with you.
Yeah.
To show that kind of leniency, where man could have just murked him, no one would have said anything, yeah? And then, when he pulls the gun, then kill him. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt like you could have just disarmed him, broke both arms, put him on your shoulder, taken him back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but obviously, like I said, we don't know that character.
Right.
Like, and this is why Ryan Coogler is also sick. Like, I've got mad love for Ryan Coogler. Like, I'm just gonna watch every other movie he makes it forever. But like that, there's so many more questions I have about T'Chaka now. Like, I just want to know about him and like his brother. Like, what was going on them times, bruv? Like, it's mad. It's mad. But then obviously to see both their kids' cousins fighting each other, bruv. So
that's what was mad. Like, I love the bit where he's like, yo, tell him who am I? And I don't know, like that bit, like, he was just so conflicted with me, because I'm like, he knows, because he actually just said, yo, I know who you are. But then he just turns his back, and then was it the aunt?
No, it was the guy, another guy from another tribe.
He asks him in their language, and he responds back, and like that moment was just so, like, it's like, you know, like that was the right way to answer, and that's one of the things that Ryan Coogler did so well, like when to speak English, when not speak English. You know what I'm saying? That, because the thing is, I do it at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things I talk to your parents, we're talking in English, and then there'll be certain things, you know, your parents will like talk to you in their language, and then you're just replying in English, and then there'll be that time you both reply in your language because he gets speak like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just I was just so familiar with that. Like, and I think like I don't even know how much like connection they have with African families, because obviously a lot of Americans don't. You know, they're Americans, but like me, I felt so at home with that.
See, and I want to jump on that is because being like someone like I don't speak Nigerian, I relate with Michael B. Jordan's character who does not speak their language, and the thing is, it's mad because it's like you've got these people from the same place, but they're so vastly different just because of where they've grown up from. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're on different sides. Like in my school, you'd have like kids who spoke Nigerian and English, and then man would hang out together, and then you'd have Nigerian kids who only spoke English, they'd hang out together, and that is what man was watching, and I was like, this is crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Michael B. Jordan's coming through and saying, yo, I've got just as much right to this. I don't speak your language. I don't dress how you lot dress. I don't talk how you lot talk. But I am who I am. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you've got to respect that, regardless of where we're coming from here. And I like this movie on so many levels. It gets so deep, bruv. But it's just mad, fam.
There's one thing that is rarely spoken about is language. I know we talk about dialogues and stuff, but language itself, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this where the language is so important. Like, you know, the foreign language and the English combined together, and you can just go back and forth, and you're just like you're still speaking English, like, and it's just so much fun just seeing that, man. I love that. I actually love that aspect.
I was gonna say, like, there was a scene where he's getting interrogated, and then obviously like he's like touching him, and the way she's gonna come at him, they were like speaking each other, like they were speaking a language. Oh, those kind of scenes are just like hilarious, and like I like the way I didn't want to, like, how can I say it? The way they were portraying, I forgot that guy's name as well.
From who?
The CIA agent from. He's not from.
The Marvel agents.
Yeah.
The CIA agents.
Yeah. Like in every scene he's in, they always make you feel like an outsider. Properly, like that's what he is. Where it's like the way they portray it, but at the same time, they always say that he's still welcome though.
Yeah.
Like they know he's an outsider, but he's still welcome. But they make sure he's always in his place at the same time.
Yeah, but because you know what, it's like. Okay, so put it this way, you know when you bring that white friend home, and you know he feels a bit uncomfortable. Okay, say you're serving the food on the table, and man just looking at the table like being polite, you know what I'm saying, and then you be like, yo, that's not how you're supposed to eat it. Like, you make him eat with something else, like, but you know that's not how you eat it. You're just messing with him. That's exactly what they do, like, because it's our own little banter, like, and obviously you being an outsider, you don't know about, so you're just gonna do what you're told. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just mad, bro. Like, you know,
it's really funny how they show that in the movie.
Coming in the yard and you'd be like, yeah, you're all messing around and making noise, and then your dad just looks at you, gives you that African look, and you just like, you don't know what to do. Like, your parents don't give you those looks around here. So as soon as you're in your brother's house and you're giving those looks, you don't know what to do.
Man, even there's one next thing. It's off the topic of what you dialogue, yeah, because we're still on that.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, whoever wrote Michael B. Jordan's lines,
he probably wrote them.
That person deserves an Oscar, fam. Yeah. The first, do you know what? Yeah, it was so savage because we're in a packed auditorium. Right. Like, he didn't even get to finish his sentence yet. But like, it's the part where they're in the museum and he says, they're talking about a Wakandan artifact. Like, he's telling the woman where it actually came from. Yeah. She knows where it comes from, but she's just spraying some jargon about, oh, it's from here, blah, 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 because they don't know that people stole it. And man says, I'm going to take that. And she was like, oh, it's not for sale. And he says, do you think, like, your people... He said, what price do you think your people paid to take it? The whole auditorium erupted, fam, bro. Because it was, like, it's so savage, yeah, but it hits home. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real life. It's a dig, and it's a real life. But and then the next thing he says like, oh, I can't. He says something about what she's taking, and he says, since I've been here, the security guards are walking around looking at me, but you're not looking at what you're ingesting into your body. It's mad.
Guy,
It's mad. And like she's been drinking poison. Anyway, she doesn't know that she's been drinking poison. And it's like, you're judging me by the way I look. But the things that you're supposed to be looking at, the things you're supposed to be paying attention to, the things that are really important, that are of life and death, like seriousness, you're not paying a blind eye to, fam. And it's like, it's just one of those things. Like someone, like you're walking down a dark alley, or you're walking down the street. Like someone's walking down the street and they see like a big black person with a hood on. Maybe they think that's intimidating.
Yeah.
You're now paying so much attention to what that person's doing that you're not realizing that there's a car coming. You step in the road and you get hit.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
You're not
like,
really surrounded.
because of some perception you have of how something is, you're not looking at what is actually the real danger to you. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad, bro. And they touch on these things so much in the movie. It's mad.
And they don't even hide it either. Like I said, this movie is super unapologetic. Like everything, the script on those kind of parts, all the time. They don't care.
There's that part, yeah. I can't remember. I think it was one of the Milesians, and she calls the dude a colonizer.
Wow.
Fab.
I think that was the sister actually.
Yeah, the sister calls him a colonizer.
Yeah.
She says, "Colonizer, don't scare me."
Yo, let me tell you, there was like some people gonna be uncomfortable with some of the stuff because there was a couple next to me. They didn't know where to laugh, where to look. They just like it was just like it can make you uncomfortable if you're not used to, or I guess surrounded by black people. I guess like to be able to take that sort of thing. But it's just so mad how and props to the whole team and Marvel and Disney
for going for it,
because
man.
I've never seen a franchise movie like this. Usually when there's movies like, it's a Spike Lee movie, you know what I'm saying, it might be like a Ice Cube Vision movie, you know what I'm saying, like one of those movies. But a Marvel movie like this I have never seen. Not a superhero movie. And we both know the X-Men kind of touches in those subjects, but not like this. It's more like, human rights and civil rights and stuff like that. But like this, never. Unseen, unheard of. Yeah. And every time a scene came up like that, the whole crowd erupted, clapped, cheered, laughed, because it's just real life.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know. It's just super legit, man. Let's move on to like
action.
Sheesh.
Please.
Jesus.
When I was seeing the action scenes in this movie, some of the action scenes in Marvel were just like in your face and you're seeing the camera shake. No. This movie they pan out, they show all the moves, and it is brutal. Is this a 12A?
There is a 12A, but someone's neck 100% gets severed. Like,
bro.
Like.
Someone gets
for Wakanda.
Gets polarized. Like literally, someone's like arm gets snapped. The moves. Brutal. And I love it too. Like I loved it. It didn't hold back. You see people bodies flying. All this. Love it.
Alright, so like speaking of that, I love the ritual fight.
Oh yeah.
For the throne. Like it's the action is amazing, guys, but it's not just the action, it's the way it's been delivered. Everything still stays inside that element. So the ritual fight, you have the warriors who represent the challengers, okay, coming in, and it gets closer and closer and closer. Like I don't know if you guys know, right from the beginning, but at first I thought, okay, what are they gonna, at some point they're gonna fight each other?
That's awful, yeah.
And then boom, and then whenever someone went down or got hit, they got closer to some point where it's like it's gonna be hand-to-hand combat until someone submits and someone dies. That itself is so sick, because it's like there is no extending this fight. There is no running to get a higher ground or anything. It's leveled up, and the best of the best has to win that. Like, sick.
I want to jump in because like this is probably one of my only negatives of the movie. Yeah, I think like some of the one-on-one combat just isn't great. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they've got set pieces in this that are sick. Like the war fight at the end is sick. Do you know what I'm saying? Even like Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan fighting on the train track, like that's all sick. But like I felt like the one-on-one fighting where like no powers, no nothing, I didn't always like believe it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, especially my biggest issue was more with the first fight where he's fighting the Goliath, or I think his name's actually Goliath. Goliath, the big dude, where they're fighting. I don't know. Some of the punches and kicks, I was just like, this looks a bit daredevilish. But then, like, you know, when he stabs him with the thing, I just didn't like how that fight went. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, I don't know.
See,
I just didn't like that fight.
The reason why I like that fight, and I guess I understand what you're saying, but to me, that fight was a lot. Had a lot of capoeira moves to it. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of capoeira, right? So, one, I love the fact that they actually put the capoeira in because it's actually a slave fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a way of training, but it's very, very, like, it's one of those moves that you can put on someone you think is fake, but in real life, that's actually a move that can get you, and it looks very fake, but someone actually can fight with those moves, and trust me, if you get hit, it's actually a brutal hit that you're gonna get. So to me, I actually loved that scene because it was very under the capoeira. Like with Michael B. Jordan, it was completely different fighting style because it was two different people fighting. So I feel because the Goliath dude is so big that he had to be more agile. You see, now when it came to Michael B. Jordan, because they, same build, the fight was completely different. You know what I'm saying? So now it's not like they're just fighting. No, there were techniques to it. And obviously, I'm not sure if you guys peeped it, but it's like the two ritual fights were completely different from one another. Which, one, that's sick. Two, it just shows the different approaches of the fighting and that they were so aware of how to fight. Because if you think about it, animals fight with each other completely different. So obviously, a panther was going against a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna, if you put those two animals in the cage, it's gonna be a completely different fight. So it only makes sense that those two guys going at each other would have been a completely different fight from Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman going in as well. So that's, to me, like, you gotta be aware of those things as well and take in consideration. Moving on to the next thing.
Alright, so let's just go through cast members, like, not all of them, but let's all, pick, I just want your favourite cast member and why they was your favourite. So I'm gonna start with you, fam.
It's kind of a hard one, but I'm gonna choose like the main officer, like the commander, the female warriors, like the general. She always stood her ground, and she just came out as a strong black woman. Like everything she stood for, she was never compromised. Or obviously she was compromised, but she was like, "This is what I kind of serve to do, and I'm just gonna do it," kind of thing. So even if it's against her love or against their king, she had a way of doing things, and like no one could tell her left or right. She was like, "That's it. You can't do me otherwise." And even the way she even fights as well, flipping strong, bruv. Like I wouldn't want to go up against this woman. That's what I've got to say.
Yeah.
She's mad, but I like her chemistry with Chadwick Boseman. Like they just bounce off each other well. Again with the sister, and even with our other female warriors as well. I think she's just a nice character. Fits in really, really well.
Yeah, I think for me, my character is gonna have to be the princess, so T'Challa's little sister. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she is the tech genius in Wakanda. She's overseeing all the technological advances. Her character is smart. She's funny. She can fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's always there. Like, she always brought like a moment of levity whenever things was getting too intense. And like she pretty much she did not save the day, but she was there willing to do whatever. Like, she was willing to step out of her element and fight and do whatever she needed to do to like help save the day. Even there was one part, you know, when she hands, I know this is gonna come up in someone's review as, oh, this is dumb. Why did this happen? Is, you know, when T'Challa gets thrown off the dam, off the cliff or whatever, and then they find him, and she's got the Black Panther beads. Yeah, I believe she took the Black Panther beads because she was gonna be the Black Panther. Do you know what I'm saying? Because earlier in the movie, she even says, like, she alludes to like fighting, and do you know what I'm saying, and being strong.
Puts her hand up.
Yeah, and yeah, who wants to thingy fight or take the throne? Do you know what I'm saying? She puts her hand up. But there was something else that there was a line, like it was a throwaway line, but I was just
Between
like,
her and the brother.
yeah, but I was just like, okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just planted that seed of she's on this thing. So I think she took them to the, but I know someone's gonna be like, that was dumb. She'd never take them. Why would she take it? I feel like that.
Well,
I loved her character. She was my favorite.
Let me jump on that what you were saying. So you have the first bit where it's asked if someone wants to challenge T'Challa. She puts her hands up, obviously to crack a joke. To even before that, she has that little banter with her brother, okay, about, you know, being the ruler and all that. Two, there is one after his supposedly death, her mum, when they go to the gorilla city, she was like, well, why don't you take it? And she was like, I'm just a spy with no army. So already like, yeah, if I had an army, then I would have taken it. And to be honest, it is out there. At some point, she is the Black Panther. It's out there in the comic books. So I peeped that one. I was like, I see what you guys are doing, because it actually has happened. She has become the Black Panther. She dies, okay, in the comic books, but then she's dead. But she's like, you know, when they're doing the ritual for them, for T'Challa to go into the spiritual world, she's like in between.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she's not fully dead, but she's like, her spirit is there and the body's still on Earth. Alright, so that's just that. So for people who are gonna be like, fam, it's actually canon, like it's all happened. So at some point she's Black Panther. But to answer your question, me personally, being from a family where the ratio is 1 man for 2 women, 2-3 women, I can tell you that to me it's every single woman in this set, like in this movie, like it's just so empowering. And it didn't feel like, oh, it's over exaggerating. Because if I go look at my family, fam, if I pick one beef with one of my cousins, please believe there is 5 of them already back and there's not enough of us like to go against them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say, to me, every female warrior, whether it was a warrior, whether it was like a spiritual leader, like their role, whenever they stepped into the limelight and they said something or they were fighting, it was very, very empowering. And that to me, again, saying this again, I'm very at home with this movie, because a lot of stuff I can relate to, and I could definitely relate to these women, like the warriors, whether it was the mom, the sister. I love the sister, like always cracking jokes. Why is the sisters always cracking jokes, fam? Like, I don't know about your sisters, fam, but
cool.
my sister is forever cracking jokes. Like,
that.
she's a clown, in. Like, man just calls her clown because she just thinks it's funny, like cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Super smart at the same time.
Like smart as well. Like, why is the girls always smart? Like, why can't we be as smart as them, bro? You know what I'm saying? So I just love. Obviously, I love the princess as well. Like, she's just got that little charisma about her. Like, I'm the youngest. You know what I'm saying? I'm ahead of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everything's good right now, but we can always do better. Like, her jokes, I call it sneakers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that, bro. It's just so on point. And I love the Warriors. Like, I'm not gonna say because I promised myself I will not say their name alongside this movie because they are not worthy. But I absolutely love the Warriors. The Melange Warriors are absolutely phenomenal, and I love it. And you guys know why I love it. If you see my reviews, if you know who my favorite top characters are, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And they did exactly what I wanted before, and I'm just gonna leave it like that. And you guys better not say not one time during Black Panther or anything like mention the opposition, fam, because I will mad at you guys. It's mad.
Alright, guys. Well, look, this is our review. It's been a long one, but look, what we need you to do: jump in the comment section below and write out your essays, your reviews, what you think of the movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think could be better? What do you think was done perfectly? Who's your favorite cast member? Every single thing. Do it all. We're gonna watch the movie again, and we're gonna be talking about Black Panther for a long time. So just rein in the content. I want it. Like, you guys, tell us anything you want to tell us. After you've done that, go over to patreon.com/the Cybernerds and help support the team, help us improve, and help us bring you more and more content every single day. Also, I want to do a shout out to everyone we saw at the European International Premiere. Shout out to you guys for watching our videos. We love you guys. I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cybernerds.
And I'm Revenue GS.
I'm Mr. Blitzster.
And we'll see you on the next trailer reaction, trailer movie review, whatever it's going to be. Be out. Stay black. Peace.
Oh.